Hi, and welcome to the 2024 TMS Coordinators page. So we've created a coordinators page for each of the divisions we have out there. The first thing you'll notice we have how-to links to instructions on how to do coordination, and links to codes so you know uh, the status codes and the codes that will be used. So let's take a quick look. And so you're going to hover over that. You'll see this, and you click on that. It'll bring up your coordination instructions. So now instead of paper, you can just read through where that's at. You forget anything, just click it again, and it comes up. And then we also have codes that you'll need to know. So again, we click on this. So the status codes, the high use status codes, where they go, when you're going to use them. Splitting divisions, you'll see that we already have an A and a B for you, so you don't really have to split divisions. You just have to recognize it. Um, and if you're going to combine a division, what the code is to put in that bracket. So all the codes will usually go into the bracket at the end of the file name or the division name. Okay? And remember that if we got a division coming up on deck, you're going to uh, put that at the end. So add that to the end of it after the brackets and put on deck so anybody checking can see that which one's what division is on deck. Okay, and then here's the codes for the divisions we have. FT is forms traditional, FC is creative, WT weapons, etc., sparring flag. Okay, and those will be the first part of the division names. And then we have our player name codes. So you're going to have a two-digit code at the beginning, which represents their school, their name, and then a gender, an age and gender code. Okay, or gender and age, gender and rank code. Sorry. So first two characters, A1, player name, is the school code. That means their school. Um, well, you don't have to know what it means. Just know that that's a school code. Gender code, M is for male, F is for female. So you'll see either an M or an F in there. And in a rank code, you'll have four different ones. So back here, you'll see an N for novice, an I for intermediate, A for advanced, or BB for black belt. Okay, so when you see that, that will help you when you're trying to do add points. If you notice that it's a mixed division and you have a lower ranked player going against higher ranked player, that will help you determine how to do an add point for those players. Okay, and the school code will help you separate players from the same school so they're not competing back to back. Okay, and then remember, just click the X to get out of that, and we're right back to our coordination sheet. Now, as I said in the overview, this is your division title. So let's go to Forms B, or just click on this, and you'll see that it's the same thing as division age. Okay, so now let's go back to your coordination sheet and we'll show you how that works. So you find out the division. Let's call this division title. Okay, so once I change that, now we can go to Forms A. We have division title here, division title there. Okay, all the sheets will reflect that, what you put in there for the division title. So every sheet will be reflected. Okay, so that makes it easier for that. Let's change that back. Okay, so now I have three different ways you can use one, two, or all three of them uh, to put the players in player order. Okay, so these numbers were random number generated. So you can click on it and separate the players or order the players in a random way. Whatever number, it'll sort it by randomization. So you can do that for as many players as you want. So a quick look at that. To randomize this list, you want to highlight the player names that you want to, oops, I missed one. Let's go back and do that again. So we got 4 players, and this is a macro. So you can do extensions, macros, and now you can see randomize A to Z. That will mean it'll take the lowest to the highest number, and then I'll click that and see. Oh, sorry. We'll have to do that again. So macro, and then I want to tell it this. Now you may have to do this if you run into this. Just go ahead and make sure you allow that to happen. Okay, so let's go back and let's do extensions, macros. We'll randomize A to Z. Okay, now you see we got randomized. 2 is now first, 1, 3, and 4. So we had a randomized list. You can also do that. Just go back. So we go back to where we were, extensions, macros, and we can do it Z to A. So if you don't want to do it one way, you can do it the other. Okay, so you can see that now that's also been randomized. So the other way is that if you have a player, if you line them up and you uh, determine a player order, you say this guy's going third, this guy gets to go first, fourth, and second. Okay, so now I have this, and I want to put them in competition order. Now the macro called order, we'll put them in first, two, three, four. So now that puts them in that order. And remember how the title changed? So remember this 2, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3. So they're placed in competition order automatically on the sheets. So if we go to buy sheet here, 2, 4, 1, 3, go down here, 2, 4, 1, 3. Okay, so it makes it really easy. You don't have to transfer any names or it's already done for you. So let's get back out of here. Take all that out. Now, say that you had these 4 players and you didn't like the way that the order they were in because maybe the school codes were the same and you want to split them apart or whatever. Okay. So whatever you want to do, if you want to change the order, we have what I put down here is called the sandbox. So you cut and paste those names down there. Now here's where you can play with it. Okay, when this hand comes up, I can just move them over. Okay, so now I can just kind of move all my players over here. Okay, and then say I want to put 2 up in this first column, and then 4 would be next. Okay, because they're the same, and then we'll do 3, and then 1. Okay, so here's my new player order that I want. So now I can come back down, and I can do a copy, Control C, and come up here and highlight these first 4 and do a Control V. And now I got them in player in competition order that I want. Okay, so those are the ways that you can change that. You can do randomization, you can put them in a player order, and then run the macro for randomizing, and then the order macro for ordering by player by competition number. And then you can also use a sandbox to get placement in the order that you want. So it makes it nice and easy. Okay, and like I said, it will be reflected all the way down. So that's what how you're going to use the the coordination page. And if you have any questions, please feel free to text me or email me or whatever. Email me at mike@exceedma.com. And that concludes our overview of the coordination page. Um, Thank you for watching, and remember to watch the other tutorials we have coming up. Thank you, and have a good day. Bye bye.